What's up guys, this is Eddie, welcome to a new video, Sorcery Healer, let's go. Alright, first thing first, we're gonna look at the gear mods, and artifacts and everything else. So when you're healing, you have to look at this, restoration stats. So the more restoration you have, the more healing you're gonna do, it's as simple as that. So looking at the gear, I am 367 CR, wearing rainbow gear right now because the new DLC just dropped and still leveling this up. So the gear mods are gonna be Restorative Adapter 5 for weapon. Basically it will heal you and 3 other group mates for a very small amount, and this effect can occur every 20 seconds. Supercharge Farmon Bloom 3 for head socket, or you can also use another supercharge, whatever supercharge you're gonna use in your loadout, you can use that in your head socket. Neck Focused Restoration. Back Accelerated Boon of Souls. Chest Power Efficiency. Hands Empowered Channeling, you can also use maximum damage if you want. And for feet, Tumbling Master, Deadly Block, Explosive Block, you can use any of them, that does not matter. So right now my restoration is 94,947 with 367 CR, which is not that bad, and I'm still working on unlocking skill points. So you need somewhere around 430 to 450 skill points to maximize your restoration and everything else. Alright, let's take a look at the artifacts. So as always, we're going to be using only 3 base artifacts: Transformation Card, Purple Healing Ray, and Page of Destiny. And I prefer using these 3 artifacts because no matter what power you change to, electricity, nature, water, you can still use these 3 artifacts and be a very good healer. So let's take a look at Transformation Card. Basically it will give you 3% restoration if you level it up to 200 rank, and it will give you 20% critical chance and 30% critical magnitude on your attacks and heals. So these criticals are very important, and the more critical you do, it will basically do a very big burst heal, and that's about it. So this is really important for pure healing. If you're not doing EOG or stuff like that, you can still pop this. Even if you're doing EOG, you can actually still pop this artifact, and it works really well. Number 2 is Purple Healing Ray. Purple Healing Ray is one of a kind artifact. Basically what it does is whenever you are using any power to heal, it charges your artifact, and when it's fully charged, you're gonna see this purple circle underneath you, which means now it's fully charged. So when that purple circle pops, when it's fully charged, you can do 2 things with it. One is Epion's Grace, and second is Carissa's Revitalization. So with Epion Grace, what happens is when it's fully charged, the purple circle is there, right? And you pop your priority heal, you and your another group member is gonna get a shield equal to 2 times your restoration, which absorbs only 20% of incoming damage. So it's a very weak shield, but still works in some situations, and it also resets the cooldown of your priority heal and group heal and restores 20% power. So there's that. But yeah, the second option is best, which I always go for, that is Carissa's Revitalization. So when it's fully charged and you have that purple circle underneath you and you press your group heal, it will place a heal over time on you and your allies, whoever is in your group, you're in group with, for 8 seconds. Also increases heal over time value by 25%, and also resets cooldown of priority heal and group heal and restores 20% power. And if you have this ranked at 200, it's gonna give you 4% restoration anyways. So really good artifact, helps a lot in many raids. Alright, next one is Page of Destiny. So Page of Destiny is also 160 right now. I'm still leveling it up, but you have to actually try to get it up to 200 rank, because that's to unlock its full potential. So what it does is you have this thing called Revivify in Page of Destiny, and whenever you use a group heal above and it heals a player above 40% health, it will place a stack of Revivify on them, and you can place up to maximum 10 stacks. So whenever you place a group heal, is placing a stack of Revivify on them. And let's say that player's health drops below 40%, that's when Revivify will be triggered, and it will expend all those stats, however many stacks you have placed so far. Let's say you have placed 8 stacks, it will expend all those stacks and heal that player quickly back to his full health or some, but like it depends on your stacks, to be honest. But it's a really good kind of a fail-safe power. So whenever somebody's about to die and health drops below 40%, Revivify will trigger and Revivify will heal them, and you don't have to press a button. So this is really good. Then it also increases the healing from group heal by 20% for targets below 40% health. Also increases healing done by Revivify when you have ranked it up. And when you have ranked it up to 200, whenever you do group heal will heal up to 2 additional targets. So normally group heals you and 3 other targets, but with this one it's gonna heal you and 5 other targets. So really helpful in elite race. This artifact is a must-have. And the fourth artifact is EOG, obviously, and we're gonna talk about it in a bit after when we are doing the EOG build. So let's quickly take a look at the stat points and skill point allocation. So as always, I'm using Brawling for my healing. If you have low skill points, you can actually go for Hand Blasters, but I'm using Brawling into Martial Arts, so get everything in Martial Arts, go back here and get the Shuriken Storm Mastery. You can also go for Hand Blaster. So Hand Blaster, unlock 1 or 2 combos over here and you are good to go. It doesn't really matter which weapon you use for healing, to be honest, but the best ones are Brawling into Martial Arts or Hand Blaster, because then you can quickly go back into power and do your powers. Alright, so for flight I'm using this one, Skimming, and even if you are super speed or acrobats, just unlock this one. You don't have to get this one for pure healing, full healer. For EOG you're gonna have to unlock this one, so ignore this. For full healing, just get the top one. Under iconic powers you don't have to get anything. Again, this is for EOG healing, so ignore that. For stat points we have 3 options, but we're gonna go for superpowered. So with superpowered, it's gonna basically regenerate your power automatically, and also it gives you 10% extra power, 25% extra power regeneration. Some people like to use hybrid because it gives you 5% restoration, extra restoration, but to be honest, it doesn't matter. You can just pop a sorter and get that 5% restoration. With this, you will have to spam your weapon to get your power back, and it does not work good with weapon mastery. So go with superpowered, then unlock everything in critical healing chance, critical healing magnitude, and then, as I said before, restoration is the main stat point we have to focus on. So unlock everything here. So after that, if you have more skill points, you can either go for might and power, so give you some, so get some extra power, or you can go for dominance to get some extra healing done and to make your shield a little bit stronger. So it's up to you which you choose, but the main things to focus on are these 3 innates. So critical healing chance, critical healing magnitude, and restoration. So there you have it. Let's look at the loadout now. So here is the loadout. First one is your priority heal, Rejuvenate. Basically, whenever you pop this will instantly heal you and the most injured group member. So it's a very powerful burst heal. You can kind of spam it because it has a very low cooldown, but I suggest you don't, because it has 250 power cost and you'll be out of power really fast. So anyways, just save it for emergency purposes only. So we're gonna be using Rejuvenate, your priority heal, for this purpose. And also, since it says priority heal, you can use this with purple healing ray to pop that shield I was talking about. Number 2 is Ritualistic Word. It's a group heal. It will heal you and 3 other group members, but if you have your Pit of Destiny ranked up to 200, it will heal additional 2 members. So there's that. So these are the 2 most important heals in your loadout. And also, when you pop group heal with purple healing ray fully charged, this is the one. It will give you heal over time and also resets the these 2 powers. Number 3 is Circle of Protection, and it's your heal over time. It's a huge circle. You can see it on ground. They've recently revamped it. Now it's really huge and covers a lot of area. So whoever is standing under in the circle is gonna get heal over time. And also, this is one of those powers where you don't have to be in group with other people. For example, you go and you're doing a bounty in open world and you pop this, so other people don't have to be in the group and they will still get heal over time if they are in that circle. So really important. Number 4 is your shield. It will shield you and 3 other group mates. Very strong shield. Number 3 is Shard of Life. This is basically also heal over time. So, but what happens is when you pop this, it's gonna give you a burst heal, and then it's gonna heal everybody around your target for like 3 to 4 ticks. But works great. You can also use this as circle of protection. So let's say you're doing a bounty, you pop this, it will give a burst heal to anybody standing close to the target, and then give heal over time to anybody who is standing close to the target over time. So this is the basic loadout. Number 6 is Arbiter of Destiny. This is your supercharge. So whenever you use this, you're gonna be changed into this dinosaur, basically flying dinosaur. I don't know what's it called, Tyrannosaurus, I don't know, something like that. So under Arbiter of Destiny, whenever you pop this, you will have a different loadout. You have a choice to do different loadout, but what we are doing is we are using same loadout as the normal one, and then we are using Invocation of Renewal inside Arbiter of Destiny. You can also use another supercharge to help the league mates or stuff like that, but this is what I've used. Invocation of Renewal is basically vulnerable to interrupt power, but what it does is it basically gives you a burst heal and then gives you heal over time to you and all your group mates, and the group mates below 50% health will be healed more quickly. So really good power, and this is why we were using empowered channeling, so it will not be vulnerable to interrupt anymore. So when you're popping this, you cannot get countered, you cannot get, you are basically immune to control effects. So this is the loadout we're using. Now there are two ways to test it out. One is to go and do a raid, and the second is to go to Doomed Metropolis and test on the Spore Clouds. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to Doomed Metropolis and test it out on the Spore Clouds. Alright, so here we are. So let's get into combat. There we go. So we're going to pop our Circle of Protection. We're going to pop our shards. And there we have it. We have full, heal over time going on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go for group heal. You're doing the combos, you're doing the shard, and then whenever the health is low, you pop your group heal so you can charge your purple healing ray and your Page of Destiny. And that's basically it. So we go over here. I don't know why I was out of it. Anyways, so we go over here, you stand inside, charging your purple healing ray again and Page of Destiny. Almost there. Alright, so there we have it. This is our purple circle I was talking about, the purple healing ray circle. So now if I pop my priority heal, it's gonna give me this shield, and it's also gonna give this shield to one other person in the group. Mostly it goes to a tank because they are the one taking the most damage. So let's just charge it again. And there we have it. So now when it's charged, we pop group heal, and it's gonna give us extra heal over time. So this is basically it for sorcery. It's really easy, to be honest. It's kind of like it can get tricky, but it's still very easy. Frame drop rate is crazy in Doomed Metropolis. I don't know why, but anyways, this is pretty much it. And people say that sorcery is very power hungry. It's not actually if you use it sensibly. Get your base mods. The base mods are gonna be, as I told you before, it's gonna be restoration, power mods, and might mods, or whatever DPS you want to be. If you're Precision DPS, you can go for Precision mods, but yeah, the support mods are gonna be restoration and power mods. So you have that. Then if you get OP gear, you get some extra power. Then make sure your league buffs are active. Then make sure you have your augments are there. So restorative augments and restorative implants. So it's gonna give you great deal of power and also restoration. So this is basically it for sorcery full healer loadout. Now let's go and take a look at the EOG loadout. Alright, so let's talk about EOG healing. I'm still in Doomed Metropolis, and because of the stat claims, my stats are really low, but yeah, it's the same thing basically. So everything is same. The mods are same, the augments are same, and we are using everything is same basically. The only thing we changed is we replaced Purple Healing Ray with Eye of Gemini. So let's talk about Eye of Gemini. What it does is when you're in combat and you use a supercharge, it's gonna place a green circle underneath you in healer role or tank role. If you're in DPS role, it's gonna place a Pollux Gaze, basically an orange circle underneath you, but we're gonna focus on Caster's Watch, the green circle. So when it places a green circle underneath you, whoever is close to you is gonna get their supercharged basically restored. So, and also if you're in a green circle, it also restores 3% health and also 2% supercharge every second, as I said before. And when it expires, everybody inside that green circle will be healed for the amount of health restored by the green circle already. And if you're standing in the green circle, it will give you extra 5% dominance, health, and restoration. So this is the purpose of this artifact. It also gives you 4% restoration, dominance, 4% might if you have ranked it up to 200. But the main purpose is basically to give supercharge to your group mates, so the troll can pop their shields over, supercharges again and again, give you some extra power, and the DPSs can burn, enemies really fast because of the supercharges. So that's the main purpose of IF Gemini. Now for the specs, everything is same as I told you before. Under skimming, we're gonna go for flight, you're gonna go for gale, and for super speed you're gonna get speed drain. For acrobat you're gonna get perfect poise. So get this. Then under iconic powers we're gonna get farm and bloom, and under stat points everything is same. So now let's go and take a look at the loadout. So with the loadout, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use obviously priority heal, group heal, shield, and shard of life. Shard of life obviously is your burst and heal over time, 4 ticks of heal over time and 1 burst heal, big burst heal. So you can actually heal pretty much anything with this loadout. And then we have 2 supercharges. So vacuum bubble basically is gale for skimming. So vacuum bubble and farm and bloom. Now what it does doesn't matter to us. It does not matter what's the purpose of this. This is just gonna heal me, this is gonna do damage, doesn't matter to me. The reason I'm using it is to pop my EOG again and again. So this one has 2500 supercharge cost and cooldown is 30 seconds. Farm and bloom again 2500 supercharge cost and cooldown is 30 seconds. Some people like to use 3 supercharges, I don't, but if you want to, you can replace Shard of Life with another supercharge. You can use this or whatever suits you. Word of Power under iconics as well works really good, but yeah, 2 supercharges are more than enough. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop this when you're in combat and wait for 15 seconds and then pop this. So that means you have popped another EOG, then wait for 15 seconds. By that time this will be out of cooldown, so you can pop this again and then go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So let's go and try it out. I have only around 1500 supercharge, 5000 supercharge, but let me just quickly get it a little bit. So yeah, I'm in combat, right? And there we go. That's our EOG, first one down. And when that cooldown is at like 6 o'clock, we're gonna pop the second supercharge right about here. And there we go, there's a second supercharge. Now by the time this will be, this will reach the 6 o'clock cooldown, our first supercharge will be out of cooldown, so we can easily pop that. And there we go. So right now I'm literally kind of spamming it because I want my supercharge back. So the more power you spam, obviously you're gonna get your supercharge really fast. But yeah, so, and here we go. So 4 supercharges, and it's also gives you your supercharge back, anyways, restores it. So works really, really well. Let's just get the supercharge back, and there we go. By this time again, and that's my 5th supercharge. So this is basically it. So you're standing in it, people are standing in it, they're gonna get supercharge restored. But let's say you pop your supercharge over here, EOG over here, and you move out of this green circle. It's not gonna do anything, it's not gonna give any advantage to anybody, because people have to be close to the caster to get their supercharge restore. So green circle means nothing. So if you're close to your group, it's gonna give them their supercharge restored, it's gonna get them restored. But if you're away from the group, it's not gonna do anything. So make sure you are close to the group. And if you're not a healer and still watching this, make sure when a healer pops their EOG, go close to the healer. Don't just stay inside the green circle, get close to the healer. So this is basically it for EOG. And as you can see, even when I was spamming EOG and I was spamming my power, the power regeneration is really good with sorcery if you have right mods and your skill points set up. So shouldn't be a problem. So this is basically it for sorcery. Buff yourself up when you go inside the raid, drink Nutri Sodas, Compound Omega, and get some extra mods, get proper gear, OP gear and everything. Do not spam your powers. Make sure to go easy on troll. Most of the trolls are doing buff trolling nowadays, so you have to manage your power on your own. Put supply drops in, put your soda coolers in, and you should be good to go. So this is my loadout for sorcery. I'm sure there are other loadouts online, and if that works for you, go for it. But I hope this one works for you as well as it works for me. So if you have any questions, comment down in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys next time.